Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. So I know it's actually been a while since we've done a little guide video. Last one we did was the support staff, which a lot of people enjoyed, got a lot of good feedback from that. So expect attack staff pretty soon. I meant to do attack staff like right away last week, but I started getting headaches and stuff and I wasn't feeling all that good. So I put all the little videos and stuff aside. That said, today is like the 28th of August, and we literally have 2 days left to get the Divine Spirit Incense from Lancelot. So, you know, I shouldn't have to tell people that, but a little reminder, there's only 2 days left to farm some Divine Spirit Incense, and to be honest, you can do it. Hey guys, how you doing? Divine Spirit Incense is a very important drop. It's probably the only drop that's exclusive to a period in time. Like when we had bugs and other events where like things are temporary and you trade them in for stuff, like no one cares about rhino beetles. Like if you have a rhino beetle now, it doesn't matter. But the Divine Spirit Incense is kind of very important. There's a finite amount that you can get in the game, that you can technically only get 10 right now and 10 later, no more. So they don't refund themselves. Like supreme weapons are an event only sort of deal. Everything else in the Lancelot repertoire, you know, all of the sword recipe, Odachi, twin, and spear recipes, all the recipes will stay there, but this Divine Spirit Incense will only be here for a finite amount of time, and it's only going to be here for a couple more days till the 30th. Or till our next update, which is probably Thursday or Friday this week, so keep that in mind. So today's video is mostly going to be about where to get all of this stuff. So we're talking about British Crystal, Unfamiliar Fairy, British Flora, Grimoire, British Bug, and Mysterious Component. Most people by this point will know where stuff drops because they farm the stuff, but some people still don't know all the little nuances and where to get the stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure all the recipes are the same. Some of them take a crap ton, some of them don't. They're honestly not too hard to get. If you're willing to restore and just run them all day, you can get your incenses. Like at this point, if you're just getting into Lancelot or whatever, this is what you want. Even if you're level 12, you want the Divine Protection Incense. I said this long ago, I'll say it again. Everything else is going to stay here forever. Lancelot does not leave Onigashima. Her dungeons are here to stay, but the Divine Protection Incense will go away, thus making it unattainable to acquire the supreme weapon of your choice. You know, you can get 10 of them because you can probably make multiple of these weapons. You can make one for fire, you can make one for dark, you can make one for fire and dark together, and then you can make one for like any element that's lacking, and at this point it's usually wind and mountain. They're two elements on the weapon that are not negative, and currently there are no wind or mountain weapons that are at a high tier. Barring sword, next update you guys will get a sword that is wind and lightning. But for everyone else, there is no high-level wind weapon, thus making the supreme choice for a wind weapon. I had to make that little pun, but that's just a little tidbit. Like currently, there are no other wind weapons, so unless you want to wait like a year for them to make a wind weapon or something, that's on to you. But you know, with Fusion Bear out there, someone can just go farm a Fusion Bear or two, depending on how much sanity you have. And, you know, you could just use it a supreme weapon, the highest attack weapon, literally that every class has access to almost. Not every class, but eventually every class will. And you could just go to town. Like, I want to make a triple wind thrust supreme, and I think it would be awesome. Yeah, sword gets that win, because sword gets everything, you know. You know. That being said, you know, let's get into this. So, British Crystal and Unfamiliar Fairy, like everything comes in a pair, more or less. Like it's not too difficult to get a grasp on where this stuff drops. Like British Crystal, to my knowledge, only drops in Abu Forest, Unfamiliar Fairy drops in Abu Forest on page 2. So these two, like, the basic rule of thumb is that everything except for British Bug and Mysterious Component drop on page 2. Those being British Crystal, Fairy, Flora, and Grimoire. But then you have British Bug and Mysterious Component that drop only on page 3. So, someone just said good morning to me. I will thank them. If I could ever learn to click on my thing. GM. Cool. Alright, so let's actually go to the dungeons for once in our lives. And we're going to run them all. And we're going to show you guys where things drop. So we're heading to good old Kikai Gahara. The weird thing is, I'm on like channel 2 and people like are on channel 2 as well. I will never do that, like talk to Lancelot on channel 1. That's so much lag. Oh my god. I'll never do that. It's a trap. So we're just gonna head on over to the handy dandy Abu Forest. We're gonna run that a little. Show you guys where to get each drop, because who just wants to sit there and watch me talk about something for a while when I could just run the stuff? So Abu Forest, I thought I had like an ETC glitch and I was gonna cry. So how these dungeons work, and some people don't know, is that there are arrows clearly on the screen, and the arrows allow you to differentiate between 3 pages indicated here, 1 of 3. Page 1 is the regular boring ass Abu Forest dungeon, which can also be a mag farm because there's an infinite spawn. On page 2 is the page 2 stuff. So this is the stuff you do for Lancelot's side quests. Like, you just run it, it's pretty easy stuff, like 5 energy cost, level 30, level 50, level 80. God forbid it's in red text, so level 80 is pretty scary. I only double S it every time. You know, page 2, this is where you're going to get your British Crystal and your, the other thing. I don't even remember what it is anymore. But you get British Crystal here, and you get the other one. That's how short-term memory I have. And then page 3, Abu Forest, you're actually going to get unreadable grimoire, or your grimoires and your bugs here. There's no components. It's the only page 3 that does not have... it's the only page 3 that will not drop a component. It's the fairy, that's right, the fairy. Thank you very much, Eva. Thank you. I can't remember what kind of fairy, but it is the fairies. Yeah, you get your crystals and fairies. And then page 3, you're going to get your bugs and grimoires. Normally, the only way to get like grimoires is to do the other 2 dungeons, but for whatever reason, this one on page 3 is grimoire and bug, and the other 2 page 3s are just grimoire component, grimoire component. So, that being said, let's just go in to do a hell, because hell's fairly easy. It's level 80, and for most people anyway nowadays, you know, we're all at least 118 nowadays, pretty much. Like, the curve of skill is getting up there. People are closer to 120 now. This is awesome. So in this dungeon, you have to have Lancelot with you. Even if you don't have Lancelot, she will not attack anything, and you can freely swap to her. But on page 3, you can have any Vanguard or mount you want, so that's awesome. Pro tip is like Moon King. Moon King is amazing because you run this dungeon so much. Ow. So there they are, in Unfamiliar Fairy and British Crystal. Now, normally when I do these dungeons, I will go in with Steel Attack, because Steel Attack works really well. If you have, like, you know, if you're like 120-esque, like, around level-wise, you can make, like, Mephistopheles twin swords, or if you ever got a crossbolt, or, you know, any high-level twin weapon, you can put Steel Attack on it and get it to, like, 50. And you can pretty much kill everything. Oh my god, I hate this. They make things immune to attacks in here, and it's so annoying, because I just want to charge spike everything. So like normally I'll be steel attack and everything to try and maximize my drops because it is energy based, which begs the question of, you know, should I drop boost when I do this? Well, I've tried drop boosting a couple times. I find it is effective, but it's not super effective. It's not like I'm running it right now and I'm not getting anything, because I'm running it right now with no boost and I'm getting stuff fairly commonly. Like, except from that guy. Like, if you were super, like, pressed to get this stuff and you had someone, like, 2 days to get it all, yeah, you're gonna want to energy restore and boost for, like, hours on end and grab as much stuff as possible. If push comes to shove, I might do it. You know. AC. I said AC because of all the wind. OC comes back 8 OC a day, so, you know, drop boost and energy restoring isn't as uncommon as it used to be, because when we've got a 400% increase in OC, like that's the minimum wage, we're allowed to spend a lot more. So, dungeons, fairly simple. Like, they'll be like, but Oro, you have like super mags and you're using a 125 weapon. And absolutely right, I will do that. But it's not that difficult. Like, level 80, these guys probably have, I don't know, 100k health? I have no idea finding out. Soft bill, that's the best thing about this dungeon. Is you get so many soft bills to make sparrows, I love it. So Abu Forest is probably the longest of the 3 dungeons, I want to say. Like, there's a lot of enemies, so it makes it really, really easy to get crystal and stuff. Like, crystal and fairy are like the most easy drops to get. So once you get to this little room with all the Kijimunas and the Gaki, this is the last room before the boss. And I gotta tell you right now, this boss is like the hardest boss. On page 2, he's not that bad. You know, like, I'm gonna kill him fairly quickly. But, if I were to do this on page 3 hell, I would not be doing this on page 3 hell. Like, this boss is like AIDS. He is awful. I hate him. And I'm negative mountain as fuck, so I do not fight him. Like, his moves are insane. Like, he is like the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion. Oh my god. Like, you could probably do it in a team of 5 man and you don't care about, well, I mean, rewards don't really matter. All you get in rewards are mail chests. And if mail chests are important to you, then great. But for the most part, mail chests are worthless. Like, they're not worthless, but it's not a reward you need to worry about. So he drops a lot of stuff. The bosses, you know, for the most part, I'll tell you guys this. The bosses drop about anywhere from like 3 to 5 of each drop. And, what I'm saying is it's not worth soul legging for 2 mil chests. That's all I'm saying. So, essentially, if you struggle with the boss, let's say if you're doing any of the page 3 dungeons, let's be nice. I just threw away 99 mil chests yesterday. No, I didn't. Actually, I was about to, and then I just sold it. I didn't do it because I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need to sell this many. But like, never feel, you know, guilty or embarrassed if you skip the boss. The boss is only worth 3 of each drop. When I run this dungeon on page 3, I always skip the boss. Guaranteed, I will not fight this boss. I just don't do it. It's a horrible idea, and I do not recommend it. Like, I just never fight him. Like, if we look at the records, I'd be surprised if someone beat him on hell yet. Like, I have not done it. If people want to do it, by all means, go for it. No one's done it, okay? If you want something to do today, and you got nothing to do, go do this on hell. By all means, go do it. Solo, hell, go in. Have at it, Hoss. You know, has anyone done it in party time? That's what I want to know. Because I wouldn't be surprised. No one's done it. On hell. Period. Period. Like, you know, hard people have done it. Yeah. Like, I've done it. I'm going now. I'm going now, right now. For you, Oro. What do you mean you're going for me? What do you mean you're going for me? Yeah, like me and Suzaku have done it. A lot of people have done it. And then normal, a lot of people have done it. Really, people have, oh, I guess normal is normal. I was about to say, like, is there a page 3 hell normal or something? Never mind. You'd solo hell easily? Get in there. I'm gonna go do hell just for shits and giggles. Alright, I'm gonna see that 2-hour time. Alright, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do page 3. Like yesterday, I'll tell you a story. Yesterday I tried page 3 hell just to, like, I said I'm just gonna skip the boss. And this dungeon is just so stupid. Like, things have so much health and I have the wrong element for everything. And I was in here for like enough time to get my energy back. Like, I don't know, I was in there probably like 20-25 minutes just killing enemies. It was kind of fun because I got to level up skills and shit, but it was annoying as fuck. Like, oh my god, it really was. But I highly recommend, just do hard. But the boss is annoying. He's got this like mountain move that will follow you till the day you die, and then when it finds you, it erupts and kills you. Like, it's like, I will find you, and when I do, I will kill you. Like, this guy is evil. But like I said, pro tip, you can have any Vanguard or mount you want on page 3. You do not need Lancelot. You run hard, Ifrit on everything, Kintoki the boss. Yep, Kintoki is a really good option because she is good against Beast, and the boss is weak to Rain. Like, so basically, every boss in these dungeons is weak to Lancelot. That's like a pro tip. They're weak to either Rain or Holy or both. Like, it's an indicator. Get Lancelot. She'll help you. But if you don't have Lancelot, Kintoki is a great option. I have like a 1-scroll Kintoki, so I'm not going to do anything with Kintoki. Sasuke would actually be a really strong option here. If my Sasuke was leveled, you could use Sasuke on her, no problem. You know, Sasuke's strong on Beast, she's got the range, she could take care of the job. Kintoki, Sasuke, and anyone else at Rain, and there's not many people at Rain. Valkyrie's got Holy, but she's weak to Beast type, so it's really weird to say what you can do, what you can't do. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. So, like I said, here you get the Unfamiliar Grimoire and the British Bug. Probably the, you know, I don't know how well it is of a farm, to tell you the truth. Like, I've been thinking about this, is like, since this dungeon gives you Grimoires and Bugs, do you want to run that for Grimoire? And I've come to the conclusion that you probably don't want to run this for Grimoire. Because when you run this for Grimoire, it unbalances your British Bug to component ratio. Like, honest to God. like when we looked at my recipe or what I needed for an incense at the start, it showed that I needed so many, you know, components, but I didn't need any bugs, and that's because I've been running this dungeon for grimoires. And I honestly think that if you need grimoire, just do Cave of Screams hard, like, do that because it's half the energy. That means you have double the runs to get it. I think it's better to do the other dungeon for grimoire. You know, I honestly only really farm like Cave of Dreams. Like, I think it's the best one. There are 2 bosses at the end. It's fantastic. There's lizards in it. Is it Cave of Dreams? Sorry if I said Screams. But yeah. Generally speaking, Deku Cave has more what's it called? Deku Cave will give you more bugs than components, and Cave of Dreams will give you more components than bugs. That's generally how I've noticed it. So, you know, which one you farm is really up to you. Like I said, I prefer Cave of Dreams because there are 2 bosses, and each boss, you know, has drops, so that's amazing. You know, you're getting 2 bosses with your energy instead of just 1. The Reaper has a lot of health, and unless you have like Lancelot or Valkyrie, or you're a bow or spear user with a crap ton of rain or a lot of holy, he is annoying. Like, he's a fun fight. I really enjoy fighting him, but he takes a little while. He can take you a couple minutes. You know, some people find him frustrating, some people don't. It's really up to you. But it's not overly complicated to get your drops once you realize that there are 3 different dungeons and there are 2 different pages to each dungeon. In the beginning, a lot of people didn't know there were multiple pages, and they're like, holy fuck, how are you getting this stuff? I've been farming this stuff forever, I can't get any of this. And then they asked me, like, how do you get it? And I'm just like, oh, you gotta go to page 2. And they're like, well, there's a page 2? And they just have no idea. I probably shouldn't be wasting effort stamina like that. Yeah, things hurt in this dungeon a lot. But nothing hurts more than the hitbox of Water Dragon Sublime. Well, for the sake of comedic purposes, I'll try and fight this guy. Holy fuck, he's already tagging me. So I don't think you can hit him with like anything. No, you can't hit him with Slice, like that's annoying. You can hit him with Surf and Bailout. It'll do 1,000,000. So if you hit him with like 1,000 of those, he'll die. Oh fuck, no. Oh my god, please, I need help. So that's a stupid mountain attack that's gonna follow you forever. Holy shit. Final dance, oh that would have been smart, wouldn't it? That would have been really smart. But negative mountain, I can't do much to him. Oh my god, this kills the Vanguard. Jesus Christ. Time to die. I guess, yeah, holy would have. No, this is hard. Oh my god, that's stupid. This attack will follow you forever. And it's annoying. As fuck. I guess it can hit Ifrit. That kind of helps. His stamina is gone. Holy shit, I can't even see. Get in. Good job, Ifrit. So you can waste your time and fight him if you want, but I don't recommend it. He just like eats prayer crystals for days. And he's annoying. But I guess, yeah, Final Dance would have been good. Hold the attacks. I didn't really think of it, because I never used Final Dance. I was trying to hit him with, like, Sepulchre to see what it would do, but... Mountain too strong. I should have, like, negative 100 Mountain. Complete it on Hell? No. That's dumb. Okay, so, like I said, that one was for British Crystal and Unfamiliar Fairy. And then on page 3, you get Grimoire, and you get the British Bug. Then you have Deku Cave over here. And on page 2 of Deku Cave, you're going to get, I think, Flora and Grimoire. Nope. Oh, no, me? No. I threw away my Oni dagger, don't have it. Fed it to a Vanguard. Oh, was that it? Holy shit. Oh, I don't have Ifrit anymore. This game's gonna be hard. So, this one is Fairy and Flora. So you don't even get Grimoire here either. I was wrong. So there's lots of like mismatch. Can I even hit him with this? I can. Yeah, so Flora and Fairy. I know it was a joke. So, as you probably noticed by now, a lot of these drops will overlap with each other. So Abu Forest has the Fairy and the Crystal, and then this dungeon here has the Flora and the Fairy. And then Cave of Dreams, we haven't gone there yet, but Cave of Dreams has Grimoire and Flora. So there's only 6 drops. So how I see it is, on page 2, you should only farm Abu Forest and Cave of Dreams, because that's going to give you every single possible drop. So I actually don't recommend farming Deku Cave on page 2, unless you really need a lot of the other stuff. Do you wish the Oni Dagger could be... Yeah, it'd be really cool if you could do that with the Oni Dagger. Like, if there was a way to turn it into a weapon of your choice, like the Oni Spear or the Oni whatever, and it was like a 115 weapon, something like that. Something not too important, like not OP. Why are there so many guys? What the fuck? But yeah. So I don't recommend running this dungeon. On page 2, I don't recommend it. It is one of the only dungeons that has the most lizards, but Cave of Dreams has like one less lizard, and it drops you the grimoires. So I honestly think Cave of Dreams is like the best one. I only really farm that one. But it's pretty straightforward. Flora and Fairy, like, it just doesn't make sense to me to farm all of them on page 2. Because all the drops overlap, and you're just going to be missing drops in places. Okay, buddy. But lizard stuff can be farmed on any difficulty. Lizards will always drop armor and rush scale. So I don't really talk much about the lizard drops because they're fairly common to get. Like page 3 or page 2 doesn't matter. You just gotta hit lizards with rain or holy or wind or anything like that and they'll die. This guy's weak to holy and water. He's pretty easy, honestly. I mean, anything's easy on page 2. On page 3, he has a lot of health. Like I say, you don't have to run hell if you don't want to. It's kind of a waste of time. You could just run hard if you want. Most of us just run hard. I want to say the only difference between hard and hell is that hell has a better consistency for drops, but hard still gives you drops anyway. I probably should repair at some point in time, but I don't need to. Deku Cave, yeah, let's go. This one I know people do on hell. This one and Cave of Dreams people do on hell. But the other one no one does on hell. It's fucked up. So my usual strategy for this dungeon is I Ifrit everything in the dungeon and then I Valkyrie the boss. It just saves me time. Now if you don't have Ifrit and you don't have Valkyrie, the boss is probably gonna be hard. Honestly, the boss, if you don't have Holy and Rain, you're not going to do well on any of these bosses, really. But I found Valkyrie was one of the better options on the Reaper dude. Just because Racket and Spear is like the most holy damaging. I can't hit a fucking slime to save my life. Holy shit. Slimes literally suck. But as you can see, we are getting the component and the British bugs. I'm not really taking time to look at them, but I'm just picking them up. But mysterious component. Pretty good stuff. Armored territory, because why not? Slimes are the new sand. You know, they kind of are. Slimes do that stupid like jump thing, where you like you can't hit them. They like it's the worst. See, frogs. Look at this guy. He's just like, I'm gonna jump. Like, fuck you. Exactly. But there's really not much difference between the difficulties, just how much HP the enemies have. Like, also, you can run this in a body party for more mobs. It's not that much, but you can, if you run it in a 5-man, you can increase how many enemies there are in the dungeon. I don't think it changes lizards or anything, but you can like get just a couple more mobs to maximize your energy if you really want. It's up to you. One thing I've noticed is a lot of people like ETC and stuff in here a lot. Like, if you're ever running it in a party, chances are some of your teammates will not make it to the boss room, especially in this dungeon. In this dungeon, it happens a lot. You'll probably notice it over time. So what I'd like to do on him is I'll just go in, use whatever stamina Ifrit has, like use a hammer or two. Because he doesn't move very much, so you can just get some free damage. Alright. So then I want to switch into Valkyrie. And you just rocket and spam. Like, that's, you know, what you can do. You don't really need to charge it that much. So long as you crit, you'll do a lot of damage. Like, honestly, the biggest problem in this fight is you just run out of SP. And I have to eat items. And for whatever reason, there's always this thing to me where it's like if I have to eat an item, it bugs me. Like, I would rather just suffer than eat an item, and it's really weird. And I feel like a lot of people feel like that. Because I've played with a lot of people that are like, oh, I have to buy so many potions now. Oh my god. I hate this. Invig me, goddammit. And like, potions literally cost like nothing. But it upsets a lot of the player base. And we gotta use potions. It's like, fuck, I have to drink SP? This is horrible. He has a wind attack? I didn't know that. What the fuck? I'm out of SP. It's the most true thing in the world. Like, you have no idea. Like, I bet you do. But it's the stupidest thing. It's like, ugh, I have to drink SP. This is horrible. Like, fuck. It's like... Use Shenlongs? No wonder you have no reef. My spear, like, did not hit him. Oh my god, Ifrit, you're a bro. You're a bro. He's chucking rocks at him. To pop 5 months. Like, I will basic attack instead of drinking a potion, like... Look at that, pro tip. Hit him in the air with Belugrin. Totally did not just misclick that. I got them reeds on deck. But it's a pretty simple fight. Just throw rockets in. Assuming you have faith. And the rewards, like I said earlier, like, you don't get much XP, and the rewards is just like a couple milches. So S ranking it is not really important. It's all just about the drops they drop. You're almost to the boss. What boss? Okay, so we did that one. Infernus is like almost dead, so worth. So yeah, like, page 3 you can run Deku Cave if you want for the components and bugs. But Generally, I find that Cave of Dreams is just a better dungeon to run. Oh, you're doing that. That's what he's doing. Oh my god. Good luck. Good fucking luck, mate. Rip your soul eggs, man. Don't dip into OC. Nothing. Okay. Oh, we got a quest. Hold up, Great Groom Daruma. We gotta get them. All right, we did it. What? Wait. Y'all like no. You're all mad at me. What? Are your bargains still at Amara's? Sagittarius is come in bargains. What's wrong with you? Oh my god. So this dungeon, grimoires drop real easy. Like this is where you go for grimoire. Don't do that before. Like only do, if I were to prescribe something, it's do Abu Forest on page 2, do this dungeon on page 2 and 3, and you're like done. I know we can't say that about watermelons. No, you can't. Oh, you're doing it for Moth Orchid? I mean, that's your cross to bear. Can't take that out. This cooldown, I gotta say, is real nice. Also, I should be leveling up my Mega Embers. I should totally be leveling up Mega Embers. I know it's late, man. I know. But there's only a couple days left. Better late than never. This is pretty much what I'm going to be farming for the next 2 days. Gonna put all the energy stuff on hold. It's coming back at it when Wand comes out. Well, when Wand comes out, it's going to be totally different dungeons, and you're going to farm totally different materials. So, sorry to burst your bubble for that. So, like, that is a good thing to mention, is that, before I had said all classes should farm this stuff, you should be grabbing more than one. But for one, staff, bow, and axe, you're all gonna have to farm different materials. But you can get incenses as well. Hello, hello. I had a really bad grade on Supreme, that's for damn sure. Whew. So then we have the page 3 version of it. Ooh, I'm totally tempted to do it on hell. You don't have to do it on hell, you can do it on hard. You can do everything on hard. That's basically the thing of it. Like, hell, you don't need to do hell. Hell will take you like 10 minutes. Hard will take you like 5. Like, it's probably like the easiest dungeon to do is this one right here. I like to use Miyamoto on the boss and Ifrit on the dungeon. I will agree that the Reverence sword does not look as good as other Reverences. You thought the dungeon stays? Well, yeah, her dungeons and her recipes will stay. It's just the incense will go away, making Supreme unattainable for 6-7 months. Yeah, it's rusty as fuck, that's right. So yeah, Mysterious Component, British Bug. This is the dungeon like I need to farm all day, is this one here. Hi Cameron, do I have any tips for Spear Max? Yeah, if for Spear has it really easy early game and late game, to tell you the truth, on PS4 at least. If you're just starting out, Spear early game, you just got to do your side quests, and you're going to have a side quest that will net you an Ares mag and a Gemini mag, and then when you get to Kaga, you can start making literature mags once your Kaguya reaches like level 10 or something. I don't really know what level she has to be, but literatures are insanely easy to make. It's like 90 skill force, and you can just do anything you want with it. Really awesome mag to get. It'll carry you pretty much through the game. That lizard dropped nothing. Blue Fang on Raijin? Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, literatures are really easy. You don't need any marbles, it's just you gotta farm Nightshade or whatever her name is. Nyarlathotep. So like with the Deku Cave boss, I'm just gonna use up Ifrit's stamina first. The Ifrit way is just to use Phosphorus forever, because it just damage caps them. Who's next in the update? It's Fujin and Raijin, the horses. Well, I'm not gonna roll for Fujin or Raijin because the platinum unit is fucked. Like that unit is going to have Fujin, Raijin, costume for Lancelot, costume for Dark Miyamoto. So there's going to be, for the first time ever, 4 things in your platinum unit. Like, it's going to be hard to get multiple scrolls of any of them. So like, imagine getting Ifrit, where it was Sasuke and Ifrit. Now imagine it's Sasuke and Ifrit and Siegfried and like Luna, and they're all in one unit. Like, I think the costumes would be fun. Yeah, it will be the Succubus costumes. They're going to be there. That's what I want. I want the Succubus outfit for my character. I don't exactly want the Vanguard. So it's like, I want my outfits. I want 2 of the outfits. That's it. I'm not too fan of getting the mounts, to tell you the truth. So yeah, that's all 3 dungeons for Lancelot. Just to repeat, let's go back to town and just look at the stuff again. So, res point is OP to go back to town. Another thing you can do if you want to repair on the run is you can just go to the little rest area. Like, it's not too far from Cave of Dreams, and you can just go there and repair in case you're worried about all the lag from people in Onigashima. I do that a lot. Doesn't it add like a 15th move? Yeah, the outfits add moves for Lancelot and Dark Musashi. A lot of moves. If I had more Dark Musashi things, it'd be, like, if I got one, I wouldn't mind. You ran out of Dura. I told you, Fox. It's a hell of a dungeon. They have so much health, and they have, like, the boss is horrible too. Just for artisans? Yeah. Artisans suck. So let's check my good old Lancey here. How we did. So pro tip, just sort by name and Divine Incense shows up. So I don't know how many components we got, but we got a couple. Like, I think we got close to about 40 components. So, like, let's say 20 energy in one of those dungeons is worth, or 20 energy is worth about 20 drops on average. So, like, British bugs, like, we have enough. Like, I had way more than enough. But British crystal, incredibly easy to get. You get British crystal and Unfamiliar Fairy in Abu Forest page 2, and then British flora and Unintelligible Grimoire you get in Cave of Dreams page 2, and then for British bug and Mysterious Component, you're better off just doing Cave of Dreams page 3, and normally you'll end up having more components than bugs, and that's a good thing, because if you're just needing a little bit of them, components are the harder drop to get. So if what are they called? So if you're ever just low on bugs, you can run Deku Cave or Abu and you'll get a lot of British bugs. But Abu Forest, because it doesn't drop component, I don't recommend it. So generally I'd say the fastest way to get this stuff done is, Abu Forest page 2 for Crystal and Fairy, and then Cave of Dreams for everything else on page 2 and then page 3. I wish you could sell them yokai. You're damn right. Oh my god. Like, it is a waste of time to have those things. So that's generally what you gotta do. It's not complicated. Like, I had an incense like a couple days in, and then I just, like, did other things. But today's farming personally for me is going to be getting this incense and then probably try to get one, maybe 2 more incense before the update is done. I'm gonna go repair, because why not? But like I said, you don't need to run hell for anything on page 3. You can run hard. Like, don't feel bad about it. Everyone runs hard. The princess yokai, how do you get her? How get? To get the princess yokai, you talk to the Pointeruma, and you click on princess, and this has a chance of giving you the rare Kijimuna, and then Empress has a it can summon one or the other form. If you buy the Empress, which is like $30 worth of points or $20 with the event, you can get her. But it's really up to you if you want her or not. What's with the beeps? What's with the beeps and the creeps and the sleeps? I have rewards to get. I'm gonna pick those up real quick. Yes. Receive, please. Thank you. What did I get in these boxes? A black Kijimuna? I have a black Kijimuna. Sanctuary and a soul egg. Where's... Who's that? Tuboruka. That's a name. So yeah, guys, there's only 2 days to get these incenses. If you have yet to get them, you can totally get one in a day if you like. Well, I don't know if you don't restore and stuff, but if you restore with your OC or with your items and you're prepared to go in, you can get an incense in a day. So don't fret. I recommend everyone get at least one. 2 would be awesome, but at least 1 would be fantastical. Getting hit by a 56 over here from Eva. Yay. She actually picked out my clothes that I'm wearing. She likes them. It matches my Elsin. It's all blue and yellow and awesome. I just heard a Kentucky. But for the most part, that is going to be the Lancelot guide. So it is an hour long because I wanted to run every dungeon for you guys. But that said, we are done here. So if you guys have any questions about Lancelot, like not the Vanguard, but about the dungeons or anything, like, you know, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to ask any questions you want. But then I'm going to get on out of here because we do have other videos planned for today. So if you're interested in watching some Aurogiri today, you know, stay tuned. I guess that's the first time I ever said stay tuned, but you can stay tuned for more guides to come. I usually say that and then nothing happens, but today stuff is happening. So, you know, got up early to do some stuff like that. It's probably like lunchtime. It's almost lunchtime. Lancelot guy. Like Lancelot herself, I only have 1 scroll, so I find it very hard for me to do like a guide when I only have 1 scroll. But like, if you guys want, I can do a 1 scroll guide. It would just be kind of weird. Like a 1 scroll Lancelot, I don't even know. You'd have to have Lady of the Lake Rain, and then like Perfect Punishment, and then the little dash attack, I guess, or just, I guess you only need 1 Perfect Punishment. But like Rain, and then Perfect Punishment, and the little Cuddy dash attack thing. And then you'd have the little flippy spin kick, sword cut Ogi, and then the little dash Ogi thing, and you'd be good. Maybe. I'd have to try everything out, but that's just what I tend to see with my friends and stuff. An Awakening Death. Okay. I don't know what Awakening Death is. Is that a move? I guess it's a move. Because she comes with Lady of the Lake, Perfect Punishment, Rapid Assault, Vivid Eternity, and some Dance of the Deceased. I don't know what that is. Lakeful Confession. Victory Beacon. I've never seen that. Dark Matter. That's locked behind the outfit. A lot of these are locked behind the outfit. She doesn't have many moves. Dead Souls. Dead Souls. Targeted Bayonet. It's a flight attack. Chiropetra. Dark Matter. Victory Beacon. No. And then, oh, what is this? Oh, Awakening Death? That's the move you're talking about? Okay. Awakening Death. I like the little flippy kick attack, but I guess Awakening Death's pretty cool too. What's this? Lunge? Fear Lunge? 4,000 fucking skill force, Jesus Christ. What's this? Lake Darkness. What's this? Shadow Fist. Itching for a Fistin. Are they both rank 5? What the hell? I can't identify 100. I don't have 100 Mephi weapons. I don't have that kind of stuff. The bayonet skill? Oh, okay. Heads up, your chat on stream is super behind. Oh, well. So yeah, guys, that's the you know, Lancelot dungeon guide. Hopefully I said dungeon guide in the video and not just Lancelot guide. I don't really know what I titled it, but I'll change it later. Adjust it, I should say. So yeah, there's 2 days left to get your incenses. I recommend everyone get at least 1 or 2. You know, use your restores if you have to. And yeah, new updates on the horizons, guys. So hopefully we'll all enjoy that together. And I'll see you guys later, because we are going to be doing the attack staff guide very soon. I'm probably going to take a break for lunch. I'm going to go eat some leftover spaghetti, and I will come back later to get on that with you guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and happy farming.